Okay, what we're trying to do here, this is like an application question. So it tells us a catering company charges $500 for the hire of a marquee plus $25 per guest. We've got to write down a rule. We've got to draw a graph. If it was 40 guests, if it costs that much, we've got to cater for. Sometimes we can solve this with technology, but so some of them we don't have to. It's no point really. Hopefully you'll be able to see some of this stuff already. So my advice for this is to draw a graph first. So I'm going to draw a graph. I'm going to draw it down here. And with this, it's going to always look like this. So we've got our cost and we've got our N, that's our number of people. We could tell that we've got that as our axis because it's telling us $25 per guest. So that is our 25 per guest. So for each guest, it goes up by $25. Now it's also telling us it costs initially $500. So before we have any guests, we're paying $500. So based on that, if N equals 0, we've got 500 here. So here we are at 0 and 500. Now, if it's $25 per guest, if we have one guest, well then we are going to be here at 1 and 525. And that's it. So there is our graph already. Now, that's your graph. So now here we've got our 2 points. We can work out our equation. Hopefully we don't have to though. Hopefully we can see that, and we'll fix this up. So we've almost finished it. We've drawn a graph. We've got to start. We've just got to find out what it's going to be at 100. So to find the rule, what we're going to do, we're going to say $C equals, like we said, it's $25 per guest. So, and we said here it's 25 points. So 25 N, so for every guest it goes up, because if we had 2 guests it'd be 550, 3 guests it would be 575, and so on. So it's 25N plus our initial cost of 500. That's what it is. So that is A, done. Now for B, what we've got it here starting at 0. We want to go out to 100. So for 0 guests, we've got that, 0 and 500. For 100 guests, what we want to do, we want to say that is equal to 100. And then we're going to put a comma, and we've got to work out what that is. So we're going to have $C equals 25 times 100 plus 500. So 25 times 100 is 2,500 plus 500. So we end up with $3,000. So we're at 103,000. That's what we end up with there. So that's why we draw a graph. Because of this symbol, because we've got this less than greater to, also less than equal to, we put closed brackets, or we'll put closed dots in there. Okay, if we had 40 guests, what will we do? Well, we'll take our equation, and instead of N, we're going to write 40. So we're going to do that. So we're going to say $C equals 25 times 40 plus 500. So 25 times 40, 25 times 4 is 100. So you're going to multiply by 10, so we have 1,000. So 1,000 plus 500. Sorry, 1,000 plus 500. We end up with 1,500. So it costs $1,500 for 40 guests. If we had a budget of $2,250, how many guests we cater for? Well, instead of C, we're going to write $2,250. That equals 25N plus 500, and we're going to solve for N. So I'll bring this 500 over to the other side. So 2250 minus 500 to give us 1750, and that equals 25N, and then N equals 1750 divided by 25. Now what's that going to be? I don't exactly know off the top of my head. So I'll just take out my trusty calculator, and let's see, 1750 divided by 25, we end up with 70. So that means we're catering for 70 guests. So that's all that you've got to do for those ones. So whatever is your per thing, that is your gradient. That is for every one guest, it's going to go up by that amount. And then your other bit, your initial thing is your y-intercept, which is what you put down, which is this intercept, which you put down there at the end. So it's 25, so it's your gradient times whatever variable, n in this case for people, plus 500, because that's your initial cost, and that gives you your overall cost.